Morning, everybody. We decided today to make some raspberry muffins. My one daughter's not feeling very good, so I want to do something to surprise her. So we're going to make her favorite raspberry muffins. So our cast of characters today, we have 6 tablespoons of butter, and I already have it in the bowl. We have 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 egg, and we have raspberries. And those are actually from my garden that we picked last year. I've been freezing them. So we've been using them for smoothies and muffins, of course, and stuff like that. So what we start off with is, and I preheating my oven right now to 375, and we greased up a mini muffin pan. Now you can use the regular muffin pan if you like, and we might end up putting some in there as well. But my other daughter said, let's make some mini ones today, so that's what we're going to do. So we have our butter in here. We're going to put the butter and the sugar together, and then we're going to cream it. And I'm going to start it, and when it's all done, we'll be back. Okay, so it is done creaming, and there we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our 1 egg to it. And we're going to let that beat up for a few minutes. And while that's beating, we're going to mix up our dry ingredients. So here I have my flour. We're going to add our salt and our baking powder. And stir this up. Slowly start adding this. Now, for those who bake, I have baked before, baked cakes. Usually what you do is you do all the wet ingredients together, and you mix all the dry ingredients together separately, and then you add them. But if you notice, I still have milk and vanilla left over. I haven't added those yet. You don't want to overbeat these, or else you're going to get really tough muffins. Okay, so that's all beaten. Now we're going to add our berries. Now you're welcome to add fresh berries. If it's middle of the summer, all your berries are nice and fresh, go for it. They taste really good, but it's still March here, and actually today is St. Patty's Day, and I thought about turning these green, but my daughter said no way, so we'll just keep them the way they are. Dump these in, and this is about 2 cups. You can add anywhere between 1 1/2 and 2 cups. Doesn't matter. That looks good. Okay, and like before, you do not want to overbeat these. Okay, and this is done. So now, I'll stick your finger in there and eat that up, don't you? So.
Oh, look, there's a full berry right there.
Ooh, yummy. Just make sure these are all incorporated good.
This is alright. There's an egg in there.
Yes. I don't think it'll kill you. Okay. Yeah, not like that. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, this is my little scooper for my cookies. What we are going to do is use it to scoop the stuff in here. So you just take a blob, shove it in there, like that. And you can use the little mini muffin cup, little papers, if you like. I've used them before. Depends, I didn't have any, so I just sprayed the pan. Just make sure you spray it really well. This is non-stick, but I sprayed it anyway. Just because I don't want these little puppies sticking to the muffin pan. So I like to be extra careful. And any leftovers, if we have any leftovers from this blob, we're going to stick in there. So when these are all full, we'll be back. Okay. Now, so what we're going to do now is, this is just that, I forget what you call it, like the chunky sugar. Really big fat sugar crystal looking things like those. Put them on cookies and whatnot. I like to sprinkle mine with a little bit. Say a spoonful of sugar makes a mess and go down, but sometimes a little sprinkle full of sugar will make a little, poor little girl who's sick feel a little better. You know, they don't have cheese, just do it this way. Here I was trying to be fancy, being sloppy anyway. Okay, so those are all ready to go in, and my oven is ready. So we're going to pop these in. And normally the big ones take about, I want to say 20 to 30 minutes. Let me see.
Maybe we could do like...
They take 30 minutes, so I usually do these for about 20. And we'll check them at that point. I might actually check them at 15 just to be safe, because the mini muffins are kind of small. And when they're done, so our timer's up. It ended up being about 20 minutes, I guess, total time. So we are going to take these out, and these look delicious. And I wish you could smell them. They smell really good too. They're a nice light brown on top. Although it's kind of hard to tell with all the red in there from the raspberries. But you can tell the bottoms are nice and brown there. You're going to let these sit for about 10 minutes in the pan. Don't try and take them out before 10 minutes because they'll just fall apart. And I have in here, these are about done too. There's only a little bit of batter left. We're going to take those out too. And a couple of big ones for her. And they are done. Hope you enjoy the recipe. Give them a try. They're really, really good. Thanks for joining us.